Work Permit System Part 2. Section 1. Contain questions with describing answers, considered as helpful to clear concept, and attend a face-to-face interview. Section 1. An issuer can cancel a permit/stop work? Yes, an issuer can cancel permit/stop work when he finds that job site does not meet the work permit conditions or any applicable SA safety and health requirement. 33. Can a receiver stop work? Yes, when site conditions become unsafe or he cannot comply with agreed conditions. 34. What receiver should do if he stops work? He should inform issuer. Explain the reason that why he stopped work. Hand over the work permit to issuer. Inform about the time on which he stops work and other relevant information. What are condition leads to cancellation of work permit? When a work permit will be considered as cancelled. In an event of emergency, all permits will be cancelled within the area affected by emergency. Additionally, as specified by incident commander. When a change occur in the work activities or site conditions that could potentially create an additional hazard to personnel, damage to equipment or facilities, disruption in operation or harm to the environment. 36. When a work permit is cancelled or issuer stops work, what he should do. After a permit is cancelled or issuer stops work, he must obtain work permit. Write on the permit the reason for the work cancellation, the time, and other relevant information. Can emergency work be authorized without work permit? Yes, emergency work can be authorized/allowed without applicable work permit. Under the direction of incident commander. Work activity shall follow all SA safety rules and standards normally applicable for the specific emergency situation. Emergency work can be described as the work which is performed to control the abnormal emergency situation. The work can be done without work permit, but with authorization of area owner. How a permit is closed? By signing of both issuer and receiver in closing section of permit form. 40. When a permit is to be closed? When the work is finished, work crew have to left area or permit duration is expires. 41. Is signing in permit is only criteria/requirement to close permit? Is without signing by issuer and receiver. A permit can be closed? When distance and remoteness makes signing impractical, an alternative closing method is determined and stated on the work permit when it is issued. 42. In what condition a permit is considered invalid/cancelled and work cannot be continued? When given duration of a permit is expired.
For how long the original work permit must be kept in record and by whom? For 3 months, by issuer, proponent organization. Better if receiver, contractor, can keep his copy for 3 months, but it is not mandatory for receiving end. 44. Who will perform gas test? SA certified person. Gas tester, person, can be issuer, his designated representative or any other person, but certified. 45. GI for gas test? Which GI states the requirements/procedure for gas testing? GI 2.709. 46. Is gas test is required for all type of work permits? Yes, gas test is required for all type of work permits. 47. What is gas test? It means the atmospheric test. A test to check presence and concentration, quantity, of different gases in surrounding air. 48. Hydrogen sulfide, H2S? It is a colorless gas with odor, similar to rotten eggs. It is heavier than air, very poisonous, corrosive, flammable, and explosive. Because of heavier than air it stays on ground level and in holes and excavations. 49. What are the common gases checked in gas test for a work permit? What is checked in gas test? What is shown/written in gas test result? What a gas tester shows? Oxygen level, toxic and flammable gases. Oxygen. Hydrogen sulfide. Carbon monoxide. LEL of flammable gases. 50. What are precautions on different level of gases? See below table. (51) Carbon monoxide, CO, is a colorless, odorless, and tasteless gas that is slightly lighter than air. It is toxic to humans when encountered in concentrations above about 35 ppm. 52. What is the difference between flammable and combustible liquids? The burnable liquids are grouped as either flammable or combustible by their flashpoints. Flammable liquids can catch fire easily at normal temperatures, flashpoint below 37.8 degrees Celsius 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Combustible liquids need slightly higher temperature than flammables. Combustibles have a flashpoint at or above 37.8 degrees Celsius 100 degrees Fahrenheit and below 93.3 degrees Celsius 200 degrees Fahrenheit. (53) What is flashpoint of a liquid? The flashpoint of a liquid is the lowest temperature at which the liquid gives off enough vapor to be ignited, start burning, at the surface of the liquid. Flashpoints are intended to be used as guides only, not as fine lines between safe and unsafe. 54. What is LEL, LFL? The lowest concentration, percentage, of a gas or a vapor in air capable of producing a flash of fire in presence of an ignition source, arc, flame, heat, is defined as the lower explosive limit, LEL, lower flammable limit, LFL, for that gas. Below this level, the mixture is too less to burn. 55. What is UEL, UFL? Highest concentration, percentage, of a gas or a vapor in air capable of producing a flash of fire in presence of an ignition source, arc, flame, heat. Concentrations higher than UFL, upper flammable limit, or UEL are too rich to burn. 56. What is flammability limit? The range between the LEL and UEL is known as the flammability limit/range for that gas or liquid. The ratio of fuel and oxygen to ignite/burn varies with each combustible/flammable gas or liquid. Example, below table. (57) What is ppm, parts per million? It is unit of concentration, commonly used as measuring of small levels of something, pollutants, in air, water, body fluids, etc. 1 ppm is 1 part in 1 million. The common unit mg/liter is equal to ppm. For drops of ink in a 55-gallon barrel, 208 liters of water would produce an ink concentration of 1 ppm. 58. What does percentage, mean? Percentage mean out of 100, by a specified amount in or for every 100. In mathematics, a percentage is a number or ratio expressed as a fraction of 100. It is often denoted using the percentage sign, %, or the abbreviations PCT or PC. (59) What is the difference between percent or ppm? There is a fundamental difference between the percentage and ppm calculations. That is the base each of these calculations use. The percentage uses a base of 100 and ppm uses a base of million. ppm is used measuring small amount in 1 million parts and percentage, is used to show something in relatively low concentration, that is a parts in 100 parts. 60. What have to be checked before working on equipment? Source of energy must be checked to make sure proper LOTO procedure is followed. Source of energy can be mechanical, electrical, hydraulic, chemical, pneumatic, or any other pressurized or harmful form of energy. Thank you for viewing. Click subscribe for me to create new content.